GameDayMen'sHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. And as we finally get this computer up and running, we are now introducing J.R. Anderson and Curtis Phillips into the show here to chat with us on the Ticket Punchers. Per usual, fellas, I do want to let you know we're having some issues across the board right now. We don't have Adobe Premiere, so we don't have a podcast for this current episode currently being recorded, unfortunately, but that doesn't stop us. That doesn't stop anything. We're still streaming. We're still live. We're still chatting with everybody, and we're still getting on this Game Day Men's Health text line as well. And if you have any punches, you have any bets, any thoughts you want us to get into tonight, we'll address them here on the Ticket Punchers, of course. But before we do anything else, I want to chat with my co-host here. We'll start with you, Philly. How are you doing today? Curtis, how's it been? I know we were on the show yesterday after hours. That weren't the radio show. We hit our triple punch on there. We had some nice plays given out last night, but we're back to the regularly scheduled programming today. How have you been, my man?
Yeah, doing good, man. And yeah, we've been rolling on the triple punch. So yeah, trying to, cash again today. So yeah, doing well. How you fellas doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm excited to chat with you guys. We unfortunately have not a lot of Louisville positive talks, but JR, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. Ready to get the weekend started.
Yes, it's going to be a fun weekend. A lot of games on. We'll have college football on, college basketball, NBA, then some NFL as well. And that's what's going to be taking up most of the show here today, is just chatting on all the things that we're going to be getting into here in the next few days. Philly, I'm going to have you kind of start things off for us, because we've got some college football playoff matchups, one today, one tomorrow. I believe the next one's, or they're going to play. The winners of these two games will play on a Monday. College football playoff trying to avoid being anywhere near the NFL slate, which as they should, because they don't want to compete with that. I want to ask you, Philly, to dive into this first matchup for us tonight. We've got a 7:30 matchup, Ole Miss, Miami. Talk us through how you've been viewing this one to start things off.
Yeah, I know we've been talking, vaguely throughout the week, on both of these college football playoff matchups. But yeah, this will be a strength-on-strength matchup with, Ole Miss and Miami. You have the Miami defense only allowing around 14 points per game, going against a hot, Ole Miss offense that, has scored 30-plus points in 8 straight games. So they've been looking well. Trinidad Chambliss and that offense, has basically got them rolling. So yeah, that's really the matchup that you're focusing on. You got to think if it's more of a low scoring game, then Miami's probably gonna, pull that one out. And you wonder, if it gets high scoring, will that Miami, offense be able to keep up with that, Ole Miss offense over there on the other side? But you have Carson Beck. He's been playing well, not turning over the ball. He only has, I believe, 1 interception his last 6 games. He's really only had to be, sort of a game manager for them, as well as that, defense is playing. And I think a disadvantage for Ole Miss slightly. You saw them the first 2 games. They played an opponent, that they had already faced, throughout the season. So, they already had film, could see some stuff they maybe, done wrong in those first 2 games. And, they haven't played Miami. I believe it's their first matchup historically. So, curious to see, how coaching goes there, because, they haven't played before. So, should be a very good matchup. I am on Ole Miss money line, I believe at plus 142. I do ultimately think that, Chambliss in that offense, will keep rolling. They're a fast tempo team. So I think, keeping that Miami defense, on the sideline, creating tempo, keeping those guys tired. I think that's going to be an advantage for them. Does where their defense isn't, great, but I just think that offense is, just too powerful. So ultimately that will be an official punch for me. I do think Ole Miss makes it, to the national championship. And, I feel like they have kind of a chip on their shoulder as well, with obviously Lane Kiffin leaving for a job he thought that was ultimately better. So those guys, I think, are really amped for that game. So, yeah.
I love it. Great breakdown there, Curtis, addressing a lot of different points, both on the offensive and defensive side for both of those teams there. A couple of different points that I was also going to make. You took the words right out of my mouth. JR, how have you been addressing this game, both in just the sake of what these two teams have done recently, but also on the betting viewpoint as well? How are you looking into this matchup tonight?
You know my philosophy. If they're going to give us points, let's take the points. Ole Miss, I definitely love kind of the Lane Kiffin story. I think they're going to keep winning. But, like I said, if they're going to give us points, take the points. They've only not covered plus 3.5 in their last 10 games one time. That was like 7 or 8 games ago. So plus 3.5 is the line I was looking at. And you can even alt this up if you're doing a parlay to, six-ish points around minus 172. If you can squeeze out points, take it. I do think it's going to be a very close game. This Miami defense only gave up 14 points to Alabama, who we thought was going to score at least 21 plus. So definitely loving Ole Miss in this game. I think they have the chip on their shoulder and they have enough gas in the tank to go and get the job done. So I align with you there, Curtis. As far as the Indiana and Oregon game, I think this one's going to be good, man. The last game between the two were very, very close. I still think Indiana. I still think Indiana gets it done here. It's just hard to go against them. I don't love the spread. They've missed twice in the last 10. Previous game before last, and then 3 games before that, they didn't cover the minus 3.5. So they are capable of keeping it, within close games. And the last time these two played, Indiana really didn't pull away until they made some very crucial plays down the stretch there. So I do think this game here is going to be the best one of the weekend. But inevitably, Indiana money line is where we're leaning still.
You're leaning Indiana money line, and you're leaning Ole Miss spread plus 3.5.
Correct. And then if you're parlaying it, I would say squeeze it to about 6 plus 6. It's minus 172 last time I checked, just to give you a little bit of buffer in case they lose by 4 or 5. But closer to a touchdown almost.
Philly, I wanted to ask you before we kind of move into any other topics. I've been pretty big on the under in this game. The one thing that scares me, though, is if Ole Miss is able to make this Miami defense not look how it's looked in these last couple of weeks, right? Miami's held teams that, first half shutout against Ohio State. They've had some very great moments defensively, even in the before the college football playoff started. Are they going to be able to keep this Ole Miss offense tamed, you think, Philly?
We're going to see, man. I mean, that offense hasn't been stopped, but this is also, one of the best defenses. They held Texas A&M to 7 points, held O State to 14 points, I believe. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. Chambers, he doesn't turn over the ball, and, he's pretty efficient. So it's kind of close. I really don't have a say on the total because, I mean, it's just going to depend on the time of possession as well. I mean, Miami on offense is going to try to, play keep away, keep that Ole Miss offense on the sideline. So, I guess if I had a lean, it'd probably be towards the under, even with, Ole Miss scoring a lot of points. But, it's a really tough call, I think, on this one. I don't know if Roman on.
I think he might be having computer issues. All good. Let's move on to the NFL slate. I guess we can just go through the playoff tree here. What's your favorite line of the entire NFL slate, Kurt?
Yeah, I ultimately do think I think the Rams, if it's still minus 10.5, I believe that would be my favorite line, or one of my favorite, I guess. I know it's the first game on Saturday, but I think they bounced back from that Panthers loss. They've already played in Carolina, kind of a unexpected loss, obviously, because I think they was 10-point favorites in that one. But I just think, I mean, Carolina, their point differential is at like minus, I believe, 70. The worst, by far the worst, by any playoff team. So I think that Rams offense will probably be too much for Carolina. So that was
even at home.
Yeah, even at home, I know Bryce Young and them boys. They've had a good season, tetting them guys. But I think Young, like he's hard to predict. He can come 300 yards, 2-3 touchdowns one game, and then he can come, I believe he had 54 yards, I believe, against the Seahawks a few weeks ago. So it's just hard to predict. But I do lean Jags is also one of my favorite plays against the Bills as well. I thought this is Josh Allen, one of his, one of his easiest, routes to the Super Bowl. So we'll see if he gets it done. But I just love the way this Jags team is playing right now. So,
I'm on Jags too, man. Jags at home. I think that home court advantage is going to give them the edge here. And, Trevor Lawrence over the last, 9 games, dude, he's been phenomenal. I actually got to go watch him play the Colts at the Colts, and he looks different, man. I think, Cohen's unlocked him. He's got him rushing and throwing, and I think that if the weather is good, because I know it's been rainy down there a little bit here lately, I think if we get good weather, I think the Jags are going to win this game, man. I think that place is going to be rocking, and I think this is going to put a big asterisk on Josh Allen's resume. But I think this will be the first time after the first round we won't have Josh, Mahomes, or Lamar, which would be very interesting. But I'm ready to crown a new champion. I'm sure everybody is.
Got them joining right back right now as we still wait for the computer to work its thing out here. Fellas, we had some issues. We had some technical difficulties there. We just lost you guys for about 5 minutes or so. We were chatting. I did shift the conversation on the NFL because I was trying to load this thing up and get you guys back on here. It's weird that it'll let us stream and stay on, but as soon as connection gets iffy, it doesn't let us talk to each other still.
Yeah, we went ahead and covered Rams and Carolina.
I figured that's what I shifted to. I was going to ask you guys, Rams, Panthers on Saturday on top of Packers, Bears. Now, the wild card games are interesting because you have to pay attention to just how much these teams want to win, right? Who is playing for what? Do they have something to gain in these games? If they have nothing to gain, every player listed as questionable is not playing, right? If they have a team that's projected to be in a playoff spot. So I wanted to see what you guys thought. I don't project the Panthers defense with a couple of injuries that the Panthers defense has, especially right now, to go out there and really stop anything from this Rams offensive side. Is the Rams offense going to go all out, right? Are you going to have Ferguson playing? Are you going to have a healthy enough offensive line in this game to ensure your offense can do what it can to cover that 10.5 points? Ultimately, I think that Rams win this easily. Now, do they cover that 10.5? I don't know. I think it's a situation where it's probably takes them a while to get to that two-score deficit, or it's kind of back and forth, touchdown, field goal, kind of getting some stops, punts, before ultimately the Panthers will fold in that game. I can see. I can probably kind of foresee. What did you guys say for that one?
Curtis was leaning towards the spread. I was just leaning towards the money line just to keep it safe. But obviously the money line is not a very beautiful line at minus 570 something. So it would definitely be a parlay piece for me there. But 10 points is a lot of points, especially in a playoff game. And this team is at home. So that kind of scares me away from it a little bit. If I was going to tease it or alt it down, I would probably take it a little bit closer to probably right at a touchdown. Minus 6.5 is minus 201, still utilizing it as a parlay piece, but you obviously get a little bit better juice than minus 500. So that's where I'm at with it.
The one prop in this game that I was somewhat feeling was the under 46.5 before it shifted down to 45.5. I mean, Panthers, the offense can get a bit shaky at times too, right? I think that ultimately it's improved. Bryce Young's improved. They look better, but the receivers, they don't have elite receiver play outside of McMillan. They don't have necessarily a go-to, if Dowd's not giving them what they need in the backfield. They can be limited at times. I worry about the Rams kind of potentially running rampant at the end of the game. If it is out of reach for the Panthers and they kind of lay back in defeat, then the Rams touchdown, maybe even 2 touchdowns that just come for the sake of already having that lead. That kind of what worries me. But I was kind of feeling the 46.5 on this game. But more importantly, fellas, I wanted to see what you guys felt about the bigger matchup. Philly, your Bears are going to be in action again against a rival, the Packers, for a third time this season. This one is the second matchup in Chicago. Packers sitting at 1.5-point favorites right now. Were you guys able to touch on this one yet?
Nope.
JR, we'll start with you before we get to our Bears fan on the show, Philly, with his biased pick. I'm just kidding. But, JR, how are you feeling about this one? Packers a little bit banged up going into this one. Not to say that the Bears aren't. The Bears have had some injuries too, but I think the Packers have a couple of key injuries, right? I don't think Parsons is going to be playing in this one. I believe there was one more key guy on the defense, not going to be playing in this one. How did you guys go into breaking this game down?
We hadn't got to it. Early in the season, I was not a believer, but they have made me a believer, man. Caleb Williams and, the offense in general, with Swift and them boys operating, it seems like you can never count them out, even in a crappy game. The last time that they went out there, they really didn't make a real good run into the fourth quarter where they made it a very interesting game. But I do think with Jordan Love sitting out that duration of time is going to have a big, rusty cause and effect to his game. I mean, he didn't look great even before he went out. So I do think that the home court advantage is going to play a big part in this game, and I got the Bears inevitably winning. I don't think the plus 1.5, minus 1.5 is a great line either way. I would just take the money line if you're going to take one or the other. But with Chicago, with Chicago's money line, it's plus 100. So I would take that. I don't think the plus 1.5 at minus 112 is even worth it. They haven't covered that in the last two. So Chicago money line is where I sit with it.
I like it. I'm kind of iffy on this one. I'm torn. But ultimately, I believe in the Bears. I believe in Caleb Williams. I've been kind of rocking with Chicago on this one, too. I think it's going to be a close game. I like the 1.5 line. I think it stays right there. I think the team that wins has to win by kind of a field goal situation. Maybe not 3 points, but definitely a kind of a field goal situation being the factor that wins a game here. Or maybe it comes down to a clutch. Caleb, again, having to score a touchdown because they're down 4 and they're going to go win by 3 that way. I don't know. You never know. The Packers, if the defensive line can get pressure still, even without Parsons, that's what can make this game very interesting, I think, because we've seen what Caleb, the accuracy when things look shaky for the Bears. When things aren't necessarily perfect, Caleb's having to do things out of the pocket and do things on the run. You're at least just more likely to get a slip up from him or an inaccurate throw, a touchdown, an opportunity for a turnover, or just something that can force a 3 and out and get that critical stops. If the Packers don't get that, though, the Bears should have everything they need to score enough points to win this game. It's going to come down to the defense in those two. Did you guys want to look into Sunday as well with the wild card? Some more matchups that we haven't been able to address. We've got about 6 minutes before we get out of here today.
We got to get Curtis's take on his team now. You can't just skip him.
Oh, we did. I thought Curtis.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Keep thinking you started there.
I got you, baby. We're going to get you in here.
It's all good. But, ultimately, I'm a little nervous about this game. Obviously, my Bears haven't been to playoffs in about 5 years, and this is our kryptonite. I do think we have the better team, but, you just never know what you're going to get from the Bears. But I do like the way, Caleb has been playing in, the second half of games. I think the Bears' key here is to, we got to start off fast. Both games versus the Packers, we've only scored 3 combined points in the first half. So that defense has really frustrated us in the first half, and we've kind of got it going in the second half. But on the other side, I think Packers, they've kind of limped their way in the playoffs, losing 4 straight. Obviously Love, did get hurt that second game versus us. But, I do lean towards my Bears, no biasy, but I think if we start off fast and we kind of control the time of possession, something that they did both games, then I do think we win this game. It scares me because the last 4 games between us has all ended on the last play of the game, which is crazy. So, yeah, the 2 games this season and the 2 games last season that we played, they all ended on the last play. So you got to think, it's probably going to be the same thing here or, something in that area. It's going to be a close game. But, I do think ultimately, Caleb, he'll have enough, in the tank at the end of the game to get us the dub. So I do lean my Bears.
I like it. That's scary at the end. I didn't realize that they've had so many games in like that consecutively now.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous. Fellas, what do you guys want to get into tonight? What are you guys betting tonight? JR, talk us through the official punches that you're rocking with tonight. We've got a few NBA games, a lot of college basketball games. Or are you just sticking with the college football playoff for tonight?
Let me pull my good stuff up here. The NBA slate is pretty good tonight. I do like Anthony Davis's under 41.5 points, assists, and rebounds. Injury reports were showing that he's dealing with something. So I think him being Anthony Davis, he'll go out there and then, they'll probably limit him a little bit is what I was reading earlier. Other than that, I didn't really have too much. I do love Tyler Hero over 19.5 points plus 115. If you want to alt him down to the 15-16 mark like we did last show that actually covered, I'm okay with that.
What do you end up finishing with, 17 that night?
No, finish right at I think 16.
Okay.
Yeah, we took him at 15.5. He covered for us, but he also didn't play the full game either. I think he was on minutes restriction still.
Yeah, he was.
And
but he was the only one hitting the shot for him there in the second half.
Correct. Let's see. And I also like Jaquez, for 15.5 points and assists, minus 110, going up against Chicago.
What about you, Philly Picks?
Yeah, this has been kind of a ticket puncher. We becoming a ticket puncher favorite here in Con Knipple. Took this same prop last week, over 17.5 points. It's juiced up today, though, at minus 124. Cash is basically outside of last night where he shot terrible. He shot 4 of 17, finished with 11 points. Other than that, he basically he cashed this in 11 straight games where he started and finished. One of those games he was injured. But yeah, I mean he's already had 28 versus the Pacers. Should be a more fast-paced game today. I see the Hornets scoring a little bit more than they did yesterday. Should have Brandon Miller coming back. So, that's going to be my only official punch. But I do have one lean in college basketball, and that's Michigan State minus the 12.5 points. They're facing Northwestern, who's 0-2 against the spread in both of their road games that they played this season. And Michigan State, very good home team. Their average margin of victory at home is around 16. The only reason it's a lean for me is because Northwestern historically just plays Michigan State tough. So I believe Northwestern's 4-1 against the spread last 5 versus Michigan State. So that's why I'm keeping it a lane. I don't know if I'm gonna jump on it or not. So yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm gonna be rocking with kind of a favorite here on my side of things. It's the Kel'el Ware rebounds. I like his odds for the 8.5 mark tonight, which he did drop to that. He got under 9 once in his last handful of games, that January 3rd against the Timberwolves. When you're going up against a Rudy Gobert and Bam Adebayo is healthy, you can kind of expect to be not pulling down 13, 14 rebounds like he can. But ultimately, he typically stays over the 8.5 mark, right at 9, 10, 11. Kind of, we've seen those performances where he pulls down 19, pulls down 14 against a not necessarily bad by any means rebounding team in Chicago. They're just a limited rebounding team outside of Vucevic for the most part. So I like Kel'el Ware, even with the Adebayo playing tonight at the 8.5 spot. That's his job. That's his role. He comes in and cleans things up. Give me Kel'el Ware on the 8.5. Then give me the Timberwolves money line outright, going up against the Cavs. Both of these teams, I believe, fully healthy. Garland, I say fully healthy, like the expected kind of key players at the beginning of the season are all playing, right? You've got Anthony Edwards, you've got Randall, you've got McDaniels, you've got Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, going up against Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, Garland, Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter, right? So, but Minnesota, they've been elite at home, and they've really turned it around in the last handful of weeks of being one of those better two-way teams, not like they were last season, but getting back to that point a little bit more so than they had kind of started the season off. And then on top of that, Anthony Edwards has just kind of been going crazy lately. You can't even take his odds because he's going to score 30. He's going to score 30, and there's a chance he's probably going to have 26 though, and because he's passing it a little bit more, shooting less threes. But this Cavs team, not bad defensively, but for the roster, for the construction, they've not been good defensively lately, and I think that Minnesota's going to take advantage of that on their home floor tonight. I also like San Francisco money line in college basketball going up against Loyola Marymount tonight. San Francisco, look, thank me later. That's all I'm saying. I see that the Miami Ole Miss lines moved up to 53.5. We're going to take that as well. Those are going to be my 4 official punches on the Ticket Punchers today, fellas. Anything you guys want to get out there before we get out of here today?
I think that's it for me.
Anything else, JR? You had a little plus money love for us before we get off the radio things. We'll give our triple punch out on the X and YouTube side of things.
Yeah, as reliable here lately, I do think Christian Watson. Sorry, almost fell on my chair. Christian Watson, 4 receptions, is plus 110. Over 3.5. It's plus 110. It's a A- EV. I really
That's
love
going to
this.
go down. That's not going to stay at plus money.
Yeah, no. And on some books it's already trending towards minus 102. So that's my early line. Even if you want to alt it right now with it being plus money, I like him for damn sure 3 receptions. I mean, I feel like they're gonna force feed him the ball. If anything else, you know, a lot of his receptions have been long balls, but I definitely like him for 4 receptions as I'm starting to look more into player props.
If you can catch that for plus money, I'm right there with you. But unless there's anything else, fellas, those are our official punches here. Let's go punch those tickets.
Punch
some tickets.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today on the radio side of things and listening. Stay tuned if you want on the X or YouTube side, where we will be getting into the triple punch here for a few more minutes before we end the day on the Ticket Punchers. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow right here on the Big X. Yeah, unfortunately, fellas, we do not have a recording of any of that today. Whatever made it through to YouTube and looks good and sounds good, we'll have, but no audio, only recording, unfortunately. But y'all want to get a triple punch out?
Let's do it, man. Stay hot.
Talk us through it, JR.
Give me like 2 minutes. I haven't found the one I love yet.
Well, no rush. If you have one you love, Philly, you can start us off.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Just to finalize this.
I like the Mavs to win on the Jazz coming off of a hard-fought back-to-back loss last night.
Yeah. I
know they're home. They're at home now, but that's still that's a tough game.
Oh. Okay, I'll go ahead and drop mine. I'll do Bam Adebayo, 15 plus points. I'm about to check the odds for that. It is minus 188. So like he hasn't been playing well. I think he's only got this once in his last 6 games, but historically, you know, pretty good versus the Bulls. They give up the 4th most points to center, and he's hit this in at least 5 straight games versus the Bulls. So I think he can do that again tonight.
I like it.
Some good ones. Who are they? Minnesota versus Cleveland tonight. That's gonna be a good one.
Damn, we missed the text on the Game Day Mintel text line. Fuck. Teacher, Dave Teacherville from Jeff said, this is a weird play, but I like the under in both college football games, although I like the over 200 passing yards, especially tonight. Plus, Jeff to beat New Albany tonight, of course.
Yeah, I forgot they're playing tonight. Yep.
I used to go to those games, man.
Yep.
Let me make a quick phone call really fast, fellas.
If I wasn't sick, I'd be going.
You sound a little better.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Probably got about 1 more day, and then I'll be back full strength. Wiggins. I'm kind of liking this Wiggins 15 points line. 15 of the last 19 versus bottom 10 defenses. Minus 108. kind of like that. Colin Sexton, hell no. Wiggins, Kobe White. I swear, man, like I feel like everybody's like PRAs, PAs, PR, like everything is so inflated this season. It's ridiculous. Like I've never seen lines for like role players like so heavily just garbage. It's insane to me.
The books like they've definitely got sharp with their lines. Like if it's a good, even if the hit rate ain't good, like Bam's points is at 16.5. He hasn't got that, I don't think, in his last 8 games, but they know the matchup is good. So they know what to do with these lines now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he still might not get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's almost worth alting it up to like 18, 19, taking his under. Like it's almost insane. You might as well like go invert it and just go against the grain almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been loving NBA player props that much, even live betting. It's been trash.
Yeah, I mean the start of the season, that's where you find your holes because they don't know what to do with those lines. But yeah, by this time, they're pretty sharp.
Yep,
pretty sharp.
You got yours yet, Rome?
Yeah, he dropped, I believe, Mavericks money line.
Mavs money line,
and I had Bam for 15 plus.
I got it. I'm going to go DeAndre Hunter over 11.5 points, minus 132 currently right now. They got some injuries. Dean Wade is out. Jalen Tyson is probable with the illness as of 7:03 p.m. yesterday. I like this. He's only been under this line twice in 10 games. He's 80th percentile. His last game against Indiana, he had exactly 12. So with increased minutes and them going up against Minnesota, I think he's definitely due for a couple threes and be the glue for the offense. Lord knows they need it. So that's my triple. DeAndre Hunter over 11.5, and then Roman took Mavs money line, and then yours was Con Knippel 17 points.
That was an official punch. Bam 15 plus is my
15 plus Bam. Okay,
triple.
I like that. Let's see. Where's my notepad? That way I can build us a.
What was your first official? I know you had Heroes over 19.5.
Go back to it. It was Andrew Wiggins, 14.5 points, minus 108. Since I've been sick, my memory has been shot.
Yeah.
Wiggins over 14.5 points, 79%, and it is minus 108. And then what was my other one?
Hero or your triple?
Yeah, hero for.
Was it 19.5?
No, it wasn't that crazy. Andrew Wiggins, 14.5. DeAndre Hunter,
11.5. That was your triple.
Yeah, triple. Hunter, 11.5 points, minus 132.
Ole Miss plus 3.5.
Yeah, Ole Miss. trying to find what that damn line was.
I forget. I can't think off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's go props. Oh, I know why, because I saved it on here. Our early line for NFL that I really like is Woody Marks over 9.5 receiving yards, -112. The line is really good for that right now. It's like -102.
Okay. Monday night. You got anything else, Ron?
Think he's still on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Man, Najee Marshall has been balling.
Really? I knew he was back in, like, I believe December. I didn't know if he still was.
Yeah. Was it Tyler Hero over 24.5 points and rebounds? I don't think that's the one that
I was over 19.5 points.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I know he ain't been scoring like crazy. Tyler Hero, 28.5 points, rebounds, assists, +114.
It's not
No.
point like that. 14.5. Of course, it wasn't juice. I'm mad at that.
Oh, yeah, Tyler Hero, over 19.5 points, +105.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost any part versus the Bulls. I mean, these guys play no defense at any.
Yeah, the bottom 10 in defense in the league.
Yeah.
I like it. You got anything else?
So for me tonight, going light, really waiting on these wild card games. Honestly, man, I can't wait.
Yep, that's where the money's at.
What's up, fellas? Sorry about that. I had to make a couple business calls here about tomorrow's work day.
You good, brother?
Did you guys start your triple punch?
Yep.
What did we come up with?
You had Mavs money line, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I came Bam 15+ points, and JR has DeAndre Hunter over 11.5 points.
All right. I like it. Let me lock that in.
Yep. Mavericks money line, DeAndre Hunter over 11.5 points, and Bam Adebayo 15+ points. I'm about to come up the odds for you guys.
Bam.
Trying to make it 3 straight days.
Hey, we've hit 3 in a row.
About to. 2.
I feel like we ain't even been trying for real. We're just getting the year started. The one was impressive. The plus 490, whatever it was. That one was impressive.
Tuesday night,
yeah. Because whichever one of y'all took the Oklahoma shit.
State, me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this. I was like,
yeah.
Well, I went to sleep because I wasn't feeling good. I woke up. I said, and I saw Roman sending stuff in the chat like this.
Mm-hmm.
This damn thing's about to bang. I was like, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, we've had 2 in a row. 3. This is trying to hit 3 in a row now.
Yeah, Liz was our special guest yesterday, and he came. I forget his pick yesterday, but the Lauri Markkinen, 23+ points. Yeah,
nice.
But yeah,
Lauri's been balling. I just wish they could get his ass up out of Utah.
Oh, I know, man.
Get him out of there, man. And I kind of wish that the Bulls wouldn't have moved off of him.
Oh yeah, him on the Bulls now. That'd be somewhat of a scary team, I'd say. Like back in the East, yeah.
Him and Levine.
Oh
even though his bum ass can't stay healthy.
I know.
I watched him come back in the Sacramento game the other night. I'm like, dude, this dude has all the talent in the world, but just cannot stay on the court for a full season.
My coworker, shout out to Justin Kalen. He rocked with us on everything.
Nice.
He rocked with these. So he's listening to the show. He just placed this parlay. He's got Hero for 15+, Khalil Weller for 8+, Con Knipple 15+, Anthony Edwards under 41.5, Minnesota Timberwolves money line, Michigan State money line. I love it.
Anthony Edwards under what? It's a combo.
Is that PRA line?
I meant to say Anthony Davis. Sorry.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
That's why hey, listen.
Under 41 and a half points, rebounds, and assists.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
What's the odds on that?
I can't see it. He just has it showing to where it's just like the
on the lines,
plays or whatever, you know. I won't even show you there, but
I'd say that's probably around in the 15.
He played the triple punch too.
Yeah.
Which DeAndre Hunter at 10 plus and Wolves money line is plus 144 on the 2-leg.
Mm-hmm.
And Bam 15 plus is minus 199. So he probably got that at a plus 350, plus 400.
I like it. Read off the original ticket one by one.
The original ticket, he just placed everything but watered it down. Except he watered down the player props. 15 plus for Hero, 8 plus for Khalil Ware on the rebounds.
Hold on, I'm gonna build it. See what the odds are. Hero's 15. All right.
Plus 715. He just texted me.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah.
8 rebounds on Khalil Ware, 15 for Con Knemple, under 41 and a half on Anthony Davis PRA, Wolves, Michigan State.
I like it a lot.
He got it at plus 17, and then he copped the triple punch at plus 266 the way he played it, which it's DeAndre for 10 plus instead of the 11 and a half. It's a little bit watered down. He probably could have got it at at plus 144 with DeAndre watered down. Our triple punch tonight, actually, I took it on Fliff. So Fliff is weird.
I'll see.
I had to bet over 12 and a half on Hunter. I had to bet over 16 and a half on Bam, and the odds for the Mavericks money line are minus 200 instead of minus 180. Like they use the Bet365 statistics, so they're just everything's about a odd or a point higher. But that one was plus 404. So I was thinking it was like plus 380 or better if you take the 11 and a half on DeAndre.
Yeah, Bam's it's 15 plus. It was minus 188 when I first said it, but it's minus 200 now.
Yeah, it's moved quick.
Hunter's went up to 12 and a half. His regular line. So I can't even alter it on Flip right now. Must be some injury news possible. I'll see DraftKings.
I've been really digging into this Chicago Bears game, Curtis. They're gonna get it done, brother.
I think we are too, man.
I've been really digging. I said now that Micah's out, and freaking what's my boy's name? That was my fantasy running back all year. Jacobs, he's banged up and here and there ain't really producing. Like Jordan Love sitting out, I think it's gonna hurt him, but I think y'all gonna perk up, man. And I think that home crowd gonna be rocking.
Oh, it is. I don't know if you heard that second game, dude. It was out in there, dog.
If they keep most of this roster and don't have a lot of churn, we need to hit a game next year. I've never been to the Bears Arena. When's y'all's new stadium going to be rocking? Is that next year?
I'm not sure. They're talking about it being in Indiana, and it's a whole bunch of stuff with that. But Soldier Field, it does get loud in there. It's a nice stadium, right on the lake. I've been twice. So
I just don't do the cold, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I already know. But what's crazy is that the Steelers game this year, like I was all bundled up. I had like 3, 4, 5 layers on. Like I got so hot because the sun was out.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Chicago, dude, I froze my ass off, bro.
Yep.
So
I went to one cold game in Cincinnati versus Baltimore. I said never again.
Oh, it gets cold,
bro. Listen, it was raining, like raining, and like it was close to the end of the season, so it was the second game of the 2 that they play. It was raining, bro, and we were like down lower because the weather just shifted at the last minute. It was supposed to be cold, but it wasn't supposed to be wet. Right. I'm over here in the damn North Face, like fabric jacket. Oh, it's just catching every droplet falling out of the sky. So I was like, never again.
Yeah.
So even if the Ravens play Baltimore and I got a 2-month heads up notice, I ain't going. Especially anytime after like November, I ain't going.
No, it gets cold in Cincy too. I mean, I lived there for 10 months last year. Well, 2024, and it's definitely colder in Cincy than it is in Kentucky. But yeah, man, I hate them cold games, man.
Yeah.
It's not even enjoyable watching, really. But
Yeah. What's the weather supposed to be for the game? They
oh,
play
it's
Saturday.
It's supposed to be nasty. I heard
37 and it's supposed to snow.
Yeah, supposed to snow. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Also, I looked up weather for the Rams game. 79% precipitation. That's not good.
Oh
That
yeah,
is not good. In Carolina, that is
Wait. 79%.
79%.
I'm on that under. I'm on that. That's why the under went down right there.
Yeah. You know me, weatherman JR.
Yeah,
you gotta watch the weather, and it's shifting. Like we got some nasty crap rolling in, coming from the east, moving towards the southwest.
Yeah.
So the Chicago game is going to get the cold front. Looks like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be the two worst days outside of Monday. It has a low of 32. Well, no, Sunday. No, it's actually just updated. Saturday has a low of 25. What time's the game? The game's early, right?
It's at 8. We got the late game. Oh, you talking about Bears or you talking about Rams?
Bears.
Yeah, Bears. Yeah, we play at 8.
Late, yeah. So you're probably going closer to 9. You're gonna get the cold peak. Yeah. What time is the Rams game?
I think at around 4-ish, 4:30, I believe, in that range.
4:30. Yeah. So let me see. Weather in Carolina. Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. So right around 4. Yeah, it'll be warm, but 75% rain, 17 miles per hour wind, and then humidity 73%. So it'll be warm. It'll just be raining. That's not good.
Raining, a little windy.
They don't. Yeah, the good thing is they don't have turf, but the one thing we know about real grass here lately, it's been slippery as hell. Everybody's been falling. But we'll see.
I built our lay on DraftKings. I got plus 306, but they have all types of boosts and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, plus 306 is what I got on DraftKings for.
Nice. I like it. I really like Chicago plus 2.5. That's the line that I've really been locking in on, just in case if some shenanigans happen and it's a 1 point, 2 point game. I think that 3 gives enough buffer, but I do think Chicago wins outright at plus 100. Jacksonville, same thing, plus 1.5. Can alt it to 3 to be safe, but I do think Jacksonville is going to get the Bills, man.
I do too, man. I do too. Like, I get this is Allen's, I believe, his best chance to get to the Super Bowl, but also his worst because, I mean, this is the worst Bills team we've seen since he's got there. Like, that defense is not what it has been. It's like the worst rush defense in the whole NFL. I mean, their offense is just banked off of Allen or Cook, making plays. And this Jags team is hot, man. They're hot. I love the way their offense and defense is playing. And since the Jacoby Myers trade, they're averaging like over 30 points a game. So them boys is putting up points. I like that Jags team for sure.
Trying to look to see 10 a.m. 0 chance of rain. So we're going to get a good one down there in Jacksonville finally.
Is Purdy hurt or something?
Probably. Well, remember the thumb? His whole fingernail was like coming off. It was bleeding.
All right, fellas. I got to get out of here.
All right, brother.
All right, Romy.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's punch some tickets.
Punch them.
You getting off, Curtis?
I'll stay for a few minutes.
All right. I don't have nothing.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we can, if you want to, we can just talk over these games like we have been. But I'm looking. Philadelphia spread went up to 5.5. Though I was wondering, like, injury news because it was 3.5. I did see a stat though. Shanahan, his last 4 games versus Nick Fangio has been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Everything in my soul is telling me San Fran is going to get them.
I know. I want like
Yeah, everything is
I like
telling me.
San Fran. Like I don't love this Eagles team at all.
Yeah. It's just they give up explosive plays.
Yeah, their defense is what scares me.
It'll come down to their offense. Like what Saquon are we getting? Are we going to get AJ Brown the ball? Who's going to score? Jalen Hurts really hasn't been running over people, or running through people. So it's like, what kind of offense are we going to get? If they lose this, I'm calling it right now. He going to be on the hot seat.
You talking about Nick Sirianni?
Yeah, he's going to be on the hot seat.
Yeah, I feel like he'll get his way out. They're gonna fire the OC, I think, before anything. But yeah, I'd say so. He'll definitely be up there in the hot seat.
Oh yeah. One thing I've been paying attention to is like when you got stacked rosters these days. If it don't matter if you have a Super Bowl within the last couple of years. If you take first round exits, yeah, it's gonna get steamy in there for you.
Yeah. Now I mean they just had one right before the bowl.
Yep.
But Kyle Shanahan, last 4 times he's faced a Vic Fangio defense, 11 points, 6 points, 15 points, and 9 points. I'm like, that is a crazy, crazy stat. I wouldn't have thought that.
People don't realize, like, when you get into the playoffs, how tight, cheeks start squeaking. People start playing different. Like you don't have the opportunity to make big mistakes and things be okay. Like each mistake is game worthy. So people try not to make mistakes, but then you end up making just mental errors because you're trying not to make mistakes. But the good thing is they're at Philly, so you'll have the home team rocking. But San Fran's road record is also impressive to me.
Yeah, I mean they proved people wrong all year. I mean, nobody was really talking them to the last few weeks, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like the numbers team.
65% of the public is taking San Fran spread, which is 6 points, which is a lot, and that is a lot of points for San Fran.
I didn't even see that. Oh, that's crazy.
Yep, plus 5.5, minus 110. Philly has their ATS is abysmal. They've had, out of the last 10, they've went red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 60%. That's not good. That's not good at all.
I'm in love with that Eagles. Their defense they've played much better, but that offense just stinks.
Yeah. It's not consistent, and that's the problem. Last year with that O-line and that defense, they knew who they were. That identity was get 26 the damn ball, and then put Jalen Hurts under center and go play action, and then open up the rest of the field. They don't have that identity this year.
Yep,
it's more just like, let's just take whatever we think the defense is giving us, and either it works or it doesn't work. But the defense is not what it was last year. That defense, in my opinion, last year is top 5. Like I've never seen a more dominant defense just absolutely dismantle an opposing team in the Super Bowl like they did with Patty.
I was dude. I was all on Chiefs, and that was over by second quarter.
Belt to ass.
Oh my god, it really was.
There's only ever been a few defenses I've seen do that. Just like take a 4-time Super Bowl champion or 3. What's Patty got? 3 or 4?
I think 3.
3-time Super Bowl. Just take him out by halftime. I mean, he was a little banged up and a little hurt, but geez. Like you could tell he was like, listen, I don't want to get hit no more, but I also don't want to lose by 30. So we at least got to make it, a gentleman's loss.
Yeah.
But goody. What's a game we haven't talked about? Who you got in this Chargers-Patriots game?
That's exactly what I was about to get to. It's kind of close, man.
That's a spicy one too.
It is spicy. I'm leaning the Chargers. I'm gonna be honest. I know they got.
I've seen everybody take Chargers.
I know. I've seen that's what scares me. Like I love the Drake May story. I love what the Patriots been doing. Haven't faced too many great opponents, but I mean, you can't apologize for your schedule at the same time. But this is a good point that I saw somebody make. Ravens, you all just played Patriots, right? A couple weeks ago. Whose brother is that?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
They're on the phone.
Oh yeah.
hey, bro, this is what y'all need to do. Like, I like the way the Chargers been playing though too. I don't love the O-line, but Herbert, he's been making plays. You know what I mean? So
Yep, they're capable, and their
yeah,
defense is perking up too.
yeah, exactly.
And
So
I think, is it their OC or their DC that's in the contingency for a few jobs? Because I know my Ravens are going to potentially put in a interview request. I think
I'm
it's
not
their DC.
sure. Okay, probably is their DC. I mean, that's their
Yeah.
best link, so it probably is their defense coordinator. But I think with give me a field goal. I do lean the Chargers.
3.5 is the line. 3.5.
Yeah, I do lean the
-110.
Chargers.
What's the weather going to be? Let's see. Weather.
Don't scare me with a indoor team possibly playing in a little bit cold weather, but I mean Herbert's showing me enough. I mean he's been playing with a broken hand for almost 2 months now, so
Yeah.
he's
Their
already
game is Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday night, 8 p.m.
They're good. Only a 10% chance to rain, 78% humidity. That game is at 8 p.m. It'll be in the 30s, but solid football weather. And the Patriots got one of the more well kept fields in all of the NFL. They actually put money into their field, so that's appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike some of these teams that just plug new grass in the middle of the field, but say the hell with the sticks. Yeah,
Giants.
Yeah. Well, theirs is artificial turf, ain't it now? Because theirs is one of the ones where where they did that whole report about it being or it feeling like concrete underneath the.
Yeah, it's why all the receivers that they draft get freaking hurt. I mean, they need to change that, bro. I don't like it's crazy.
I think if these ACLs and these Achilles and all these freak accidents to lower extremities keep piling up, I think within the next 5 years, I think we're going to have to see a mandatory field implementation. Like I went to the Vikings arena and did the tour. We got down on the field and got to like throw around and run around for like an hour. Dude, that field is so bouncy and so nice. I'm like, every field should feel like this. Like I see why they play the way that they play, but also when you look at their injury reports, because I dug into it with ChatGPT, like they haven't had very many catastrophic injuries to lower extremities. They had the Kirk Cousins and whatnot, but for the most part, like you bounce off of that, and it's not as hard. But so whatever they did to their facility, I think is highly recommended across the league.
Yeah.
But also they're in a dome, so I mean I could see the Giants with them being exposed, but that goes back to my point that all teams should have a retractable dome. Like there's no reason to be building like the Bills arena, another $2 billion arena, and the only thing you're adding to it is a heated field and heated seats. And you're still playing in 10 feet of snow. Like nobody wants to play in that shit. This ain't the 1920s. Like these are the most prima donnas of athletes in all of the league or in all of sports except in the NBA, but they play inside anyway, so they don't have to deal with climate. Like everything should be retractable dome, in my opinion. There's like the Titans, same thing. I drove past their new arena, which is right next to Nissan Field or whatever it's called. I'm like, why are y'all not covering this thing? Like, y'all already trash. So how the hell you gonna put asses in seats if it's cold, raining, and you trash?
Yeah,
it's just like if I'm a billionaire, bro, I'm covering my dome, or at least making it a retractable roof, like Minnesota, like the Colts. Like it's a much better experience, especially in winter months. But I ain't gonna say nothing about your Bears because they're actually good. They're not trash anymore. So
not anymore. But we'll see what they do with the stadium.
Yeah. But last one, Houston Texans versus Pitt. Is A-Rod going to get sent to the showers one last time, or
did
Houston get him?
I've been on this Houston train for probably a little over a month now. I mean, I said that's my Super Bowl pick. It's been my Super Bowl pick. So
I ain't going to lie. Houston versus Seattle. That game would be tremendous on defensively side, but also offenses, I think, would be very, very competitive as well.
Yeah, first and second, defenses overall. But I mean, I don't think A-Rod's gonna be able to do nothing on this defense. If I'm being honest, I don't know how they put up consistent scoring. Like they're not at all. Like defense travels. So
yeah, I mean they're adding DK back in, but like
yeah,
they have no run game. And Jalen Warren was my running back for fantasy, which was the most egregious mistake I've ever made in fantasy in my life. Because, outside of getting little chip and dunks and all that underneath shit that they run, he didn't do anything in the run game. He didn't do anything against my Ravens, and he damn sure ain't going to do anything against this front. So,
they're
going to have to do the same philosophy that they did against the Ravens and hope that DK can help them take the top off the defense. But I don't know, man. I think A-Rod is capable if he turns into that, double check A-Rod, but I don't know. Like I think that pass rush is going to be on his ass. So
if this was A-Rod, oh my bad to cut you off there.
Very good.
But if this is A-Rod 5 years ago, he's mobile. It's a little different story. But A-Rod, that's more stationary. I don't think you're not getting much down the field. Like this Texans defense is like literally stout. Like them in Seattle, like you ain't getting much on them. So
yeah. I mean, I think in my opinion, -3 is gift wrapped. But even the money line for Houston is -155 on DraftKings. So
I'd love that on the money line. Just unleash on the money line.
Yep, 61% of the bets towards Houston on the money line. 48% of the money is actually going Pittsburgh there. Very, very quietly. And then spread, 61% of the bets are on Houston to cover the spread. And then 55% of the money for the public is on Houston as well to cover the spread. And then both percentage of bets and percentage of public money are going heavy on the under. 64% and then 81% almost. Damn. Yeah. So
I can see it going under because I don't see Steelers doing much, and Houston's offense ain't great. I mean, CJ Stroud just really has to be a game manager though. When they allow under 20 points, they're literally, I think, unbeatable. They might only have one loss when they've allowed under 20 points too. And the Steelers, they ain't won a playoff game in almost 10 years, so.
A lot of people think just because Tomlin and A-Rod and them beat out Harbaugh in the Ravens, which inevitably got Harbaugh fired, but you remember they both were on the hot seat. I think if they take this loss, I still think Tomlin potentially is on the hot seat, brother. I don't think he's off because, I mean, you still have to deal with the A-Rod potential of walking away. Yeah. Who the hell do you have in the pipeline? So next season has the potential to just be another hired gun. Who do you bring in? They have money to throw at stuff, but it's just like they haven't had a quarterback since Big Ben. And now you got A-Rod and he's 40, 41, 42. It's like you're going to be right back in this position with a roster that is old as hell, in my opinion, with no run game. And your O-line is not great, We'll see, man. I hate the changing of the guard and Harbaugh and Tomlin, but a lot of people forget that Andy Reid got fired from Philadelphia after doing what he did there, and he ended up drafting Mahomes and going to Kansas City, and he's right back on top. So I do think change of scenery is still the best thing for a lot of coaches, but a lot of rumors of Harbaugh going to the Giants, and I don't know who the hell we're gonna get in Baltimore, but I'm scared shitless.
I bet.
Nobody's proven, man.
I don't feel like it's a lot of options, and it's literally like around 9 head coaching positions right now. So
yeah, it is scary. Like they had, Harbaugh's most likely going to get the Giants job if he wishes. Like that's the top piece on the board for everybody except us, obviously. But
I heard Miami. I heard talks of him in Miami as well.
Yeah.
After today with McDaniels.
I ain't gonna lie. Oh, did they fire McDaniels today?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't see that. I've been asleep all day, sick as hell. But no, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think McDaniels, he's not gonna get another head coaching job this season. But whoever comes into Baltimore, if we could get him as OC and put him with LJ,
great OC, dog. I'm telling you.
Listen. When he doesn't have to make the big high pressure calls and game management, he can just run off, bro. He is in that category, in my opinion, with Shanahan, Andy Reid.
I definitely agree.
Your boy from LA. Help me.
Oh,
McVay. Yeah. Like there's those three and then everybody else. But McDaniels is approaching. He just hasn't had a healthy roster. But we saw what he did the year where they had a really good damn roster, and then Tua with all the concussion BS, and then they had to go to Kansas City in the freezing cold. We know that they're like 0-19 in freezing temperatures.
Yeah, they ain't gonna win.
But that roster, when it was constructed and healthy, they were whooping ass. And so you pair him in Baltimore with that offense and let them do some tweaks, I think we're gonna be solid. But I don't know who we're gonna get, man. Like everything in my soul wants to say we need to go get Brian Flores to revamp the defense and bring back Ravens culture. But at the same time, it's like he really didn't do much in Miami. Like, he did turn the defense around. He was a top 10 defense. They've been a top 2 defense in Minnesota the last 2 seasons. But outside of that, it's like still not proven. The only thing we've noticed is that when shit goes bad, it turns into a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting play out.
Well, I mean,
I like McCarthy. Mm-hmm. He's on the big board too, but nobody's like showing him love like that. Like,
I heard New York's maybe supposed to be interviewing him. Giants. I forgot. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Harbaugh and McCarthy are the 2 big pieces on the board. But since McCarthy sat out all this season, which is his first off season in like 50 years that he didn't be involved, that he hasn't been involved in football, like I think it's 1 and 2 off the board. But everybody keeps wanting to go with these experimental coaches that have been OCs. I'm like, that ain't the way to. In my opinion, the best team to be wanting to interview for. No bias included, just looking at talent, of course, is the Ravens. So it's like after that,
I think it's Atlanta right after that.
Yeah, Atlanta. Then I would say with extreme upside is Miami. You're talking about location. Too, You're talking about state income tax, stuff like that.
Baltimore is definitely the best position. I think Atlanta is really sneaky good because bro, they have the pieces on offense and defense. I think they just need that right coach to get them guys. Like they literally have the personnel. Just maybe their quarterback, they're still, trying.
That's what I was about to say. They dropped the ball on that big time.
Yeah, probably so. But I think somebody can get Penix right, man. Because I mean, you saw without the injury. Well, that is a big part as well. He is proven to be injured, even back to college. So
that right there, single-handedly, is what got GM and coach fired. You can't draft a guy that's had 13 knee blow-ups,
especially that high. Yeah,
and then right before that, you went and got Kirk Cousins, and he got all this money, and then 4, 5, 6 games in, Kirk gets benched. And then Penix comes in. Penix plays, and then he still goes down with a knee injury. You make yourself look like very incompetent people, and then that's the shit that gets you fired very easily because you still ended up coming right back to who you gave all this damn money to. And now you have a rookie who already had knee injuries that you drafted with a top 20 pick. What do you go, 17, something like that?
Who, Penix?
Yeah.
I think 9.
Oh, yeah. So
he went real. 9 or 8. Yeah.
I think I'm thinking about Dylan Gabriel at 17. Which is another dumbass quarterback conundrum there too. But yeah, man, it's very. But yeah, I mean, the Atlanta Falcons roster is very stacked. I don't like Kirk. Penix is unreliable. I think he has maybe one more shot at it before.
Yeah, I agree.
Teams could just sit him as almost like a utility man until someone gets injured, but I don't see him ever signing like a big boy contract, man.
Yeah.
Just because of the the knees. It's sad because watching him at Washington and just seeing the potential and him being a lefty, like
I know. Yeah.
Like you don't see it very often, but he has all the talent in the world. He just needs two new kneecaps, brother.
Yeah, at this point.
He needs 2 new kneecaps, but I agree with you. But let's go punch some tickets, brother.
Yeah, let's punch him, brother. You on tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Shout out to everybody watching on X. We got 22 in here live. We'll push out some live plays here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Let's punch them.
Let's punch some tickets, brother. Be safe.
All right, you too, man.